Welcome back to Sky Sports News, where we've got some big breaking news tonight regarding the ownership of Chelsea. You can see our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol, has joined us now. Kaveh, what can you tell us?
Well, if you remember, just over 2 years ago, Chelsea were taken over by a consortium led by a group of US businessmen. And the two sort of public faces of the takeover were Todd Boehly and also Behdad Eghbali. Now, Behdad Eghbali is from a company called Clearlake Capital, and they actually own 62% of the shares. Now, tonight, we can tell you that Clearlake Capital are open to buying out Todd Boehly, but they will not be selling any of their own shares in Chelsea. Now, Clearlake are totally committed to Chelsea. They remain totally committed, and they won't sell any of their 62% shareholding. Now, this has all come about this evening because a report has appeared on Bloomberg, a very well-respected financial news service. And according to this report, the different investors in Chelsea are looking at buying each other out. Now, I can say that Todd Boehly is considering selling his shares in Chelsea, but Clearlake Capital are not interested at all in selling their shares under any circumstances.
Further divide attention. Everything takes time. What was the premise on let me go get Chelsea?
There's no bigger sport in the world. So, I think when you think about, just the size and scale of football, the European football, it's just mind-numbing. And there's no better league in the world than the Premier League. I mean, you look at, how these guys play, the speed with which they play the game, Well, I think the number one thing is you got to be patient. I think you're putting something together and you're expecting it to come together really quickly, and the reality is that anything really good takes a little bit of time. And so I think patience was always a thought. I mean, when we bought the Dodgers, and we started the season in 2013, the team basically started 15 and 25.
Yeah.
And, we were struggling, but we kind of just kept sticking to the plan, and we knew that the plan, or we believed the plan, was the right plan at the time. And we went through a similar thing with Chelsea. And you got to have the resolve to kind of not hear all the noise going on around you, and at the same time, remain patient and committed to the plan.
And you feel good about your plan